like Nas, like that. I know I can be what I want to be.
Yeah.
If I work hard at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like old Jay Z, like 99 Problems. I remember being a little kid and hearing that and just being like,
We strive to motivate, inspire young minds so they don't go to waste. We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
The hottest podcast in the city, hosted by myself, Jerry Novato. Kelsey Means is not here, but shout out Kelsey Means. Frankadelic, I Work Magic Daily. Deluxe Vlog. Shane. Shout out everybody. We got in the building S.Saik.
what's up?
And it's right there on your shirt. Nice. Yeah.
On the face, on the hat,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere.
I've always appreciated your branding. Like, you understand branding as an artist, and here it is again. So, how you been?
Doing great, man. Doing amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see it. I see you elevating.
Trying every day.
I've gotten like interviews with everyone around you.
Except me. I know.
Yeah, like I just go around.
Yep.
Watch out, move out the way, I say. I mean,
Had to show up, show love, but now we're here.
gotta save the best one for last, right?
Hey, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. All right. So I want to kind of get deep into your story. I mean, we kind of had that interview with Bucci, and I learned some things about you. But you know, let's get right into your story for people who have no idea who you are. Originally from Palm Beach County, or no?
Yes, I'm from. Was born at Gardens Hospital, and raised in Lake Park.
Gardens Hospital and raised in Lake Park.
Yes, sir. I'm 26. I've been doing music since I was, forever, honestly, but technically, like, writing, hip-hop and whatnot since I was 9. I guess my story, it's pretty complex.
No, yeah, we're gonna get into the complex. I don't mean for that to be a single question for every answer in the world, but, you know, you were born in Palm Beach.
Yep.
In Gardens, particularly, raised in Lake Park. How long were you in Lake Park for?
I lived there for up until I was 20, and then I moved for about 4 years, and I moved back recently in the last 2 years. So about 24 years.
How was that experience? When people think Lake Park, they think of a lot of
Lake Park
tragic activities going on. And
it honestly, yeah, but to be real, from someone who's been there my whole life, and this is something I say all the time, like, Lake Park doesn't have to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people who are just misled, young, trying to be somebody. Because really, honestly, Lake Park isn't scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a very small, very, very small area of Lake Park that, if anything, people might consider the hood. You know what I'm saying? But even that, like, it's not that bad. It's a very quiet place. Things that do happen there are mostly just young kids, like teenagers. 14-year-olds trying to be people in a gang and stuff like that. But it's fine.
Most of everything that happens is just kind of like environmental.
Yeah, anything that happens there, like, either it's some young kids trying to hit a lick, you know what I'm saying, or it's personal. Yeah. Like, you're not going to walk down the street and just get robbed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But people like to think of it that way just because it's right next to Riviera. So
yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know. I think in most areas like those, it's a general rule. Like, most of the things that happen is, if you stay out the way, you're most likely gonna be fine. And for your situation, were you mostly out the way, or were you?
I was fine. Like, the worst thing that ever happened to me in Lake Park was my house got broken into when I was a kid, and like I came home to my house destroyed. But other than that, it was fine. Like, my neighbor, they also got broken into. His neighbor too. He grew up right across the street from me. But
so it wasn't even personal.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is tradition. It's like
our one neighbor got shot, and like someone broke into his house. A 14-year-old kid they broke into his house. 2 14-year-olds, and they came home while they were in there, and they shot him. And like, that was the word. Honestly, like, for me, like, that was probably, like, personally in Lake Park, to specify, like, that was probably like, oh shit, like, that was right there. Right. You know what I mean? That could have been our house, but it was their house. But other than that, like I said, that was just young kids. The
intruders shot the homeowner?
Yeah, exactly. They came home while they were in the house. Yeah. And they shot. But he lived. He's just paralyzed now. He's in a wheelchair, unfortunately. But that could happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, this happens in Jupiter. This happens in Palm Beach. This happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just circumstantial, I guess.
Very circumstantial. I guess the odds are just a little higher in Lake Park from the stories I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, the odds are just a little bit higher, you know.
Yeah.
Stimulation is just not fair over there.
I just stay inside, bro, so I guess that's why I'm good. Like
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Okay. Did you go to middle school and high school over there? You stayed there till you were like 20, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to school there at all. I went to art school, actually. I went to UB Kenzie, which is the elementary school of the arts, and then I went to Bach, the middle school of the arts, and then I went to Gardens High School. I actually got into Dreyfus, but at that point in my life, I played violin, and I was so over it though. And like looking back, I was like, damn, you're dumb. But like 13-year-old me was so over it, like every day playing violin, and I was just like, all I want to do is be a rapper. You know, at that point, you know, I had already been rapping, and my parents were like, nope, violin, everything's violin. So I auditioned for violin at Dreyfus, got in, and then I was just like, I'm over it. I was like, I just want to be a normal kid. I just want to go to a normal school. And my first day of Gardens High School, instantly regretted it.
Instant regret, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, man, this is
like it's
whack.
a bunch of kids just doing nothing, huh? Just
collared shirts, khaki pants, like you gotta tuck your shirt in with the belt. I was like, what is this?
whole world turned upside down.
I was wearing my Converse and like my, you know, band tees and whatnot, and just flipped. But
yeah,
everything happens how it's supposed to happen, they say, at least.
Is it fun being an art kid? Like, I mean, like, well, being in the arts, the school of the arts. I mean, I imagine that it's fun if you get to do. How does that work? Are you guys doing exactly what you love to do most of the day? Or? Yeah,
so it was awesome, honestly. So like elementary school, UB Kenzie, for anyone that sees it, you don't have to audition for that. It's kind of like a pick of the draw type thing. So like anyone can apply, and then they do like the lottery thing. So whoever they pick is who gets to go.
I hope they weren't telling little kids they weren't good enough at that.
No, not at UB Kenzie. But what they do there, and like that's kind of where I really got to be myself, because like I didn't go to UB Kenzie until I was in second grade, and beforehand, like the school I went to before, you know, I'd do like the school plays and dance and sing, and like I knew I loved it, but no one ever really gave me like an outlet to do what I wanted to do. And then at my elementary school at UBK, they let you do everything. Like you do all of the electives there. You do band, orchestra, dance, art, TV productions, all types of different stuff, you know, theater. I think I said that. But so they give you all the options, and so that kind of gives you as a kid, okay, what am I drawn to the most, you know? And so for me, I was like, yo, violin seems super hard. Yeah. So let's do it. You know what I mean? That was just that kind of kid. Like anything that was super challenging, I was like, okay, I want to learn how to do this. So that's how I figured out how to do violin. And then once I got to middle school, that's kind of where, because Bach, you have to audition for that. Like they call it a major. Yeah. So you pick your major. I went for violin. So it's more serious than that, but you can obviously choose to do other stuff like as electives. You could do theater, whatever. So I did theater and violin. So that was fun. Theater kids are super hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Actually, a lot of kids that I went to school with are in the entertainment industry now, whether it's doing shows. I know one friend that's a comedian. So it was fun, yeah, definitely.
So in theater, comedians are a part of that whole thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, at school, it was mainly like plays. I mean, they did like, there was some plays that they would improvise in, so you could kind of do as you please if you wanted to be funny or not. But
it's just a start as far as being on stage. And
definitely.
All right. So which one did you enjoy most at that age? And why did your parents push violin on you? Did you already have a natural talent for it?
I have no idea.
Or they were just like,
to be real,
pushing you as far away from a rapper as they can?
So I don't know what happened. Because when I was in second grade, my mom just like all of a sudden, like I went to a normal school. You know, my brothers went to a private school actually before. And out of nowhere, I don't know, couldn't tell you, I was only 7. My mom was like, I'm going to put my kids in this art school. Never did nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then outside of school, she put me in ballet, tap, jazz. And I was like, I played softball at the time. I was like a tomboy, you know? And she's like, oh, you're going to do ballet now. And I was just like, what? And then she's like, also, we're going to switch schools and you're going to this school. And like, I had no idea. To this day, I have no idea. So like me and my older brother did ballet together and got forced to go to this school. We both hated it. Not the school, the ballet. Yeah. So I don't know. I have no idea what triggered that, but I'm happy it did, because it definitely got me to like open up my creativity side and be who I wanted to be and not be held back from that.
Did your older brother do it just to do it with you, or was he?
So obviously he hated it, but he's super talented. If he watches this, he needs to hear this because he's actually more talented than me.
At ballet?
Not at ballet, no,
okay.
But at music.
Okay.
He went to UB Kenzie as well, and he played the trumpet. And then he went to Roosevelt, did the marching band, and he did art as well. And he was super gassed at all of it, but no, he doesn't do any of that now. So, especially not ballet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm sure. You gotta give it a try, man. Maybe it works. It's a niche there for him.
He had it in the music though. He was great.
Or was he just more instrumental, or did he do some rapping and singing and stuff like that?
He can rap too.
Okay.
But now he doesn't nothing close to that now. I don't know what happened, but he had it.
All right. I won't investigate him too much. I am curious what he's doing now, but I'm not even gonna ask.
No worries.
All right. Okay, so high school for you was boring. Wasn't what you expected.
No, I had a blast in high school,
Okay.
but Gardens sucked.
No, yeah, I hear that a lot.
I'm the type of person that I'll have a good time anywhere I'm at, but as far as like, I guess being able to, stay focused. I guess like nothing really kept my attention there because it was very black and white at Gardens. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either academics or sports, and if you're not doing either of those, like, or ROTC, there's probably nothing going for you here.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't really like none of this shit, to be honest.
It's not very motivating.
Yeah. So I did yearbook in high school. That's what I did. I made the yearbook for
Or
4 years.
you actually the one that made the yearbook.
Yeah, I was the editor for 3 years.
Did you take the photos and stuff like that?
Everything, yep. Made the yearbook. Actually, my senior year, I made the cover of the yearbook because they would ask everyone in the class, like, you know, what's your idea? Then we would vote on what the best one was. So my senior year, I actually created the cover for it. So that was kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you a likable person in high school?
Yeah. I'm not like, I wasn't like the most social person, but I've always been myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I see like people are naturally drawn to your energy. You kind of have a good positive vibe everywhere you are, even on stage. You know, we've witnessed you on stage a few times. You have a way of connecting with people and being, like you said, being yourself on stage. Did you have when did that kind of presence, when did you recognize that growing up, that you were the sort of person to influence people, whether you want to or not?
I would say that started to really click in my head probably when I was in like 8th grade. And that's kind of when, I don't know, obviously as a kid, you're always going to be your most genuine self. And then you either do, you don't. But me, I went through like that awkward phase where like probably 5th through 7th grade, I was like super insecure, super weird. And then like I got through it. And then 8th grade, you know, I was still making music. And that's kind of when it clicked for me. I was like, okay, this is really what I want to do. Yeah. You know, and people who influenced me, like artists that I looked up to and stuff, and things that they did for me as like 12, 13 years old, I was like, dang, like I feel this, and this is what I want to do. Yeah. You know, I don't know how. I don't really know if I have the confidence, the image, the sound, or whatever, but I know how these artists are making me feel right now is what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah. So I would say 8th grade, yeah.
Okay. 8th grade, you started feeling that way. And you said you started making music at 9. You started writing at least rap or hip hop. Yep. What were some of your musical influences at that age?
At 9?
Teletubbies.
Like Nas, like that. I know I can be what I want to be.
If
I work hard at it, you know what I'm saying? Or like old Jay Z, like 99 Problems. I remember being a little kid and hearing that and just being like, this dude is saying so much real stuff. Like I no idea what he's gone through, but I feel like I've gone through all of that. You know what I mean? So like Jay Z was a big one. Lil Wayne, super big one. My older brothers listened to a lot of rap. So like I always had a CD player growing up. So like anything they had, I would like take it and like play it instead of like Britney Spears or like the Backstreet Boys and stuff. I'd be like, this is lame. And I'd steal their stuff. Yin Yang Twins I listened to a lot. And I also like I loved R&B a lot too.
R&B was a nice wave. I don't know what it is now, but R&B was
like Boyz II Men, 112, Mario. I don't know. I listened to a lot of different things, like as well as rock music. What are old bands that I used to listen to? I'm trying to think like at that age. I I can't remember like exactly
I
to rock
got
who
you.
I was listening to at that age, but
You were listening to everything.
things that I shouldn't have been listening to.
Right,
Like-
and that's what I was gonna ask. I was like, you know, I'm like, I don't know. I'm imagining a household. You got parents wanting their you know, their daughter and son to be involved in ballet and violin,
Yeah.
and they're listening to Lil Wayne.
Yep.
And
It's exactly how you're pictured it.
yeah, so you know, what was that like? Were you guys hiding this music, or like how was it like?
So my parents, they're cool as hell, right?
Okay.
Like they're really cool. They're you know what I'm saying? They're just like us, but they're also people who really wanted the best for us. So I could imagine it was probably frustrating for them because they're trying so hard to like put us in the right direction, and then like we're being just like them.
Yeah.
So they probably are like, it's not what we want.
Yeah.
But everything's good now. You know, me and my brothers, we've all come a long way, so it all worked out. You know what I mean? Okay. They're proud of us now. Back then, probably not the happiest.
We strive to motivate, inspire young minds so they don't go to waste. We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.